I'm Ben Champion. I'm the director of the Office of Sustainability. And the office is a part of the Division of Student Affairs within the university. And so, and we are funded through student tuition dollars. And so we try to work to create student opportunities for engaging with sustainability, both on campus and in the community. And we also try to work to make sure the university has strong and robust sustainability goals and is making progress toward those goals across the whole institution. So not just in terms of student affairs, but in the way that we run the campus, and in the kinds of academic programs we have, and in the communities of students that exist on campus, as well as how we relate to the rest of the community. So the office doesn't manage all of those programs, but we try to be a liaison and an interface and create connectivity across campus. Then we try to do direct programming with students. So yeah, Compost Cats and Students for Sustainability are programs within ASUA, but they're the program director that runs them, the staff person that runs those programs, he's part of the Sustainability Office. So in a way, the Sustainability Office has a role to play with those programs as well. We help to lead them.
So here at Compost Cats, we're a student-run organization that basically collects food waste and green waste from the city of Tucson, the University of Arizona, and a variety of local businesses. It's brought here to San Javier Co-op Farm, where we process it, and over the course of 12 weeks or so, it goes from being waste to compost, which we then sell back to the community to grow gardens. And so compost is it's basically a soil amendment, and so it's broken down. It's green waste and kind of soil and food waste and whatnot, and basically add it to your soil to provide nutrients, water holding capacity, and kind of, you can neutralize some poor qualities in soil just by mixing in some compost.
Well, the less we can put in the landfills, the longer they will last, and the soil in Tucson is not the greatest, so creating the natural process of compost creates this really great soil amendment that can be used to help the city grow like urban agriculture and stuff like that. And it retains water. Compost retains water really well, so people will use less water to water their crops. And in Tucson, that's a big deal because water is not a lot. I think living in Tucson, people can walk around basically year-round to get to the store and stuff if they live like a mile from the store. And so, like, cutting out driving I think it's really good for a community. And there's like the Living Streets Alliance that's going on to help promote use of walking and biking instead of driving. And being responsible about like how much water you're using. Being very water conscious is important.
I think it's the little things, honestly. You can't ask a whole lot from people because everyone lives different lives, and what we do and how our worlds run around us is really constructed, but like little things, being mindful of recycling and composting and buying food and eating it all or composting it instead of throwing it out in the trash, and minimizing the amount of plastic you use and stuff like that, driving, riding your bike, carpooling, this and that. It's little things, if we all do some little things, use a little bit of water, a little less gas, a little less plastic, recycle a bit more, billion people, we can make a difference.
We have a big problem in the community's recycling center of all kinds of stuff ending up in the recycling center that shouldn't have ever been put in a recycling bin. And it causes them headaches, not just headaches, but it can just break their equipment. It causes issues with the actual recycling processes themselves to have contamination. So it's a pretty simple thing for people to just go on the website, figure out what's recyclable. They publish all kinds of information, but I see time and time again people walking across campus throwing the wrong things in the wrong bins. It's a very simple thing, just to know what a bin is, what goes in it, what doesn't. Simple stuff. The reason we do sustainability work is because we're in a global crisis. The planet is being changed environmentally in ways that is completely unsustainable. The level of resources that we consume is way beyond what the planet can renewably sustain. So we're basically spending down natural resources in deficit mode. The planet is not doing very well. And on top of that, the consequences of environmental change are very costly, and not just in terms of money and needing to respond to the kind of disasters that are created, but also in terms of who experiences those impacts. So there's a social justice dimension to sustainability, that a great many people on the planet are suffering as a result of the way that we are using resources, and it's affecting people disproportionately. Environmental change is happening at a completely unsustainable rate, and there are extreme dimensions of social injustice related to that. It's a moral imperative that we do something about that. It's a practical imperative, because our future generations will be fundamentally impacted by these issues. And current generations are starting to really see the accumulated impacts starting to hit us. But beyond that, it's a moral issue. That what is life about? What are we supposed to be doing on this planet as a species, if not figuring out how to live our lives in a way that our future generations can live as well?